Good neighbors are supposed to make life easier, but sometimes the wrong one can teach you the hardest lesson of all, that kindness without boundaries can destroy you. My name's Ryan. I've lived in the same neighborhood for over a decade. Small house, quiet street, simple life. I was never the rich guy, never the loud one, just someone people could rely on. I fixed their fences, helped move furniture, watered their plants when they traveled. It felt good to be that guy, the helpful one. And then Mark moved in next door. He was charming at first, the kind of man who talked big and smiled wide. Said he'd just sold a company, was starting fresh, wanted to build his dream house beside mine. I thought, why not? We became friends quickly. Barbecues on weekends, small talk over the fence, the usual. At first it was little things. He'd borrow my hammer, my ladder, my tools, always with a cheerful, "I'll bring it back tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. Weeks turned into months, and soon half my tool shed was gone. Then came the money. His contractor quit midway through building his patio, and he asked to borrow some cash. Said he'd pay me back the following week. I gave it to him without hesitation. That week never came either. Still, I didn't say anything. I told myself, he's a friend. Maybe he's just busy. Maybe he'll make it right, because that's what good people do, right? They trust. Then one day, I showed him something personal. My dream. I'd been designing a small, eco-friendly house concept. It was my passion project. I'd been studying architecture on the side, and I'd drawn every detail by hand. It wasn't perfect, but it was mine. Mark looked impressed, said I had real talent. He asked to see the design, so I showed him everything. 2 months later, I found out that Mark had sold my design to developers. They were building my concept, my structure, my exact plan, just with his name on it. When I confronted him, he laughed and said, "Relax, man. It's just business. You should have patented it." That sentence burned, because he was right. I hadn't protected it. I trusted him. I tried to fight it legally, but I didn't have enough money for lawyers. Everyone told me to let it go. But how do you let go of something you built from nothing? Something that came from your own mind? You don't. You endure. You wait. So that's what I did. I stopped talking to him. I worked nights, freelancing, taking small design jobs online. Every dollar I earned went into something bigger, my own vision. A refined, improved, perfected version of that eco-home. I reworked everything: structure, materials, efficiency. While he bragged to everyone about his success, I stayed silent, watching. Months passed. Then one morning I heard shouting outside. Trucks, inspectors, chaos. Mark's construction had been stopped. The developers had found out his designs violated multiple codes. The layout he sold them was unsafe. He was facing fines, lawsuits, and humiliation. I stayed behind my curtain, watching him panic. No satisfaction yet, just silence. A week later, I got a call from the same developers who had dropped him. They said they heard I was a designer, someone who actually knew how to make the concept work. They asked if I could fix the project. I said, I can do better than fix it. I can rebuild it. They hired me that day. Within months, my version was approved. The same project that was stolen from me was now mine again, legally, publicly, and professionally. Mark saw the news, my name, my design, my company logo on the project board outside the construction site. He came over one evening, furious. Said, "You think this makes you better than me?" I said, "No, Mark. It just proves I was always better. You just spoke louder." He tried to justify himself, said it was just business. I smiled and replied, "Then this is just payback." And I walked away. Months later, when the houses were finished, I stood outside watching the workers install the final piece, a plaque that read, "Designed by Ryan Miller, founder, True Form Designs." My name carved into something permanent. Mark moved out quietly after that. Sold his house at a loss. I never saw him again. Sometimes people still ask me, was it worth it? I say yes. Not because I destroyed him, but because I rebuilt myself. I learned something powerful. You can steal credit, you can steal things, but you can't steal skill. You can't steal integrity, and you can steal the patience of someone who knows exactly what they are capable of. So now, when people ask how I made it, I just smile and say, with silence, proof, and time. Because sometimes, the best revenge isn't loud. It's the sound of your success being built, right across the street from the person who tried to take everything.